Back in high school, I found it unbearable to look anyone in the eye. I would bumble through the halls with my gaze on the floor, praying I'd get through another day without being spoken to.
Hi. Bye.
This also came with a healthy dose of paranoia. Laughs within earshot, it was about me. 1 second of eye contact, I was being judged. I wanted to be that classic anime hero, that laughable introvert who's hiding a secret, terrifying power. Of course, avoiding others this way comes at a hefty price. I was deeply alone, craving connection, and textbook depressed. Why am I smiling?
I was so depressed.
It has taken me 20 years of mistakes, lessons, and practice, but I finally found the tools and the mindset that have helped me make social anxiety largely a thing of the past. So let's dive in. The first step was admitting that my anxiety was putting a cap on my potential. Social anxiety must be dealt with eventually. You can't live a full life dreading other people because, unfortunately, everything we do comes down to human connection. Happiness and joy are strongest when shared. The suffering of life becomes bearable when shared. Personal success comes more frequently when shared. The point is, to truly enjoy life, we have to learn to get comfortable being genuinely present around other people, which is really scary at first. So now we know why we have to overcome social anxiety. Let's get into how. So here are the 5 biggest mindset shifts that I've made to master my own social anxiety. Number 1, every interaction is a chance to practice. From now on, conversations are your dojo. Every interaction is a chance to get 1% better. I'm not going to bullshit you. If you want to get better at this, you're just going to have to practice. It's exposure therapy. So let me give you some tips to make this actionable and easy. Number 1, go for just a little bit more eye contact than usual. If this makes you really uncomfortable, which I get, see if you can breathe through the discomfort and hold just 1 second more than you usually would. Number 2, share something personal. It doesn't have to be your deepest, darkest secret. Hi, I'm Josh. I killed a man in cold blood once. No. But just challenge yourself to let the other person see a little bit more of you. 3, focus on listening. Ironically, with social anxiety, we often worry so much that we can barely hear what the other person is saying. And then the conversation gets awkward and we have nothing to say, and then this spiral just goes out of control. But the thing is, if you can focus on listening to the other person and take that attention off yourself, ideas for the conversation will just start to pop into your head. These tips and this mindset shift change conversations from something to get through to experience points towards a new identity. Every time you catch yourself in your head and come back out to them, you're putting in votes for this new version of yourself that is more present, relaxed, and comfortable in conversation. Number 2, you can totally handle anxiety. The feeling is so uncomfortable, but you're not gonna die, I promise. And if you do die, you're not gonna be able to tell me about it, so I'll just get away with it. A huge part of success in literally any field is to become comfortable with discomfort. Anxiety is like any emotion or feeling, it is just a pattern of energy. It's a gross one, it's a really tough one to handle, but that's all it is. Next time it comes up, try this. Focus all of your attention on the feeling. Look for it in your body. Do you feel it in your stomach, in your chest? For me, it's always like deep in my gut, like my worrying has fallen right into my testicles. Now, once you've located the sensation, just breathe into it. Let it completely fill your body. And now just breathe, observe. Does it change over time? Does it go away? Does it intensify? Notice all of that without judgment. Do this for 1 minute, 60 seconds. And it's really tough work. It's tough to do that, man. But if you do this a few times or even just once, it takes the sting out of the monster. You notice that it's not this huge boogeyman that's trying to kill you. It is just an uncomfortable feeling. And you can totally handle it. Number 3, you are not the constant stream of thoughts. Ever catch yourself in a conversation thinking, I'm boring them, I'm sweating too much, they know that I shit myself in that Mad Max when I was 15. We all know this never-ending cascade of paranoid self-criticism. The shift to make here is to notice when this is happening and realize that this is not all of you. You are the one that is noticing the pattern. To make this even clearer, I like to give my stream of bullshit a name. For some reason, it's Declan. Call yours something that makes you giggle. Now when you're feeling anxious and the thoughts start cranking up, you can just say to yourself, oh god, there goes Declan again. The beauty of this shift is it just separates your identity from the anxiety. It's not all of you, it's just a part of you. Now, it's important to note here that these thoughts aren't evil feelings to be purged from your mind. You don't want to rip this part out of you. This is an important part of yourself that was a defense mechanism put here at some point in time to protect you from emotional pain. And noticing them in this light will gradually decrease their volume. Remind your anxiety that you are safe and you don't need its constant vigilance. By the way, I didn't shit myself in a Mad Max when I was 15. That was a joke. I'm not a loser. It was a Lebanese restaurant and I was 26. Number 4, people don't really care about you. This might sound kind of depressing, but it is so liberating. You're a very small part of other people's lives. You can take the pressure off. The clearest way of demonstrating this is obvious but effective. Think about how much you worry about how you're coming across in conversation. Are you sitting there judging the other person? No. You're too busy ruminating on the moment 10 minutes ago when they said, "How are you?" and you said yes. Let me tell you a secret. The other person is doing the exact same thing. They're sitting there worrying about the fact that they have spinach in their teeth. We all do this. We're social animals. We are built to care what other human beings think of us.
Jolly good day, sir.
Don't worry about your tiny little perceived mistakes, because I guarantee you everyone else is way too in their head worried about their own things. Number 5, being disliked is okay. Alright, look, maybe it is really awkward. Maybe you are boring them. Maybe they do think you're really annoying and gross. You know what I have to say to that? So what? So what? I used to take an awkward silence as like this proof that I was defective. Confirmation that I was unworthy to be talking to this person. Ugh. This puts an Olympic level pressure on every conversation. Everything you say better be genius or hilarious, or they're gonna know how incompetent you are. This tension makes talking to people a high stakes nightmare. No. We don't do that anymore. Boredom is totally fine. You can handle it. Awkwardness is fine. You can handle it. Annoying someone is fine. It's great, actually, because this is proof that you're allowing a distinct personality through. Once you believe in your own right to be yourself, you'll know that you don't need everyone to like you. Some people are going to watch this and they're not going to like me. They're going to think I'm weird or stupid or annoying or arrogant. And you know what? That's totally fine, because the people that like it will like it, and those are my people. And the people that don't. The beautiful paradox of social anxiety is that once you accept it, it begins to melt away. If you can learn to welcome awkwardness, boredom, anxiety with open arms, space will free up inside of you. Parts of your personality will re-emerge. Your playfulness will come back to life. Now I want you to listen to me. I don't need to know you at all to be able to say for certain that you are interesting, you deserve to feel relaxed in conversation, and you can tame your social anxiety. As with all demons, they can never truly be slain, just invited in graciously for tea. Thank you for watching. I'm going to leave you with one of my favorite poems, The Guest House by Rumi.